Bro, let me get you in here. I must put just, as soon as you put the request in, I'm on you. There we go. All right, let's rock and roll. Yes, sir.
You, what up, though?
How's the volume?
I was good. It's perfect.
Okay. Listen,
Mm.
I want to first thank you for holding it down, following up. You know that's a big deal in this business, man. I know you know that.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. Thanks for wanna bring me on the live and interview me. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it. I do want to tell a lot of people that when people say they're gonna do things, things happen. But when people follow through, it's an amazing thing. I don't think we celebrate that enough. So I appreciate that.
Man, anytime, man. I'm a man of my words, man. My people could tell you, what I mean, I'm a man of my words. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it. So real quick,
Yeah.
our platform, we're working with We Talking Magazine, Hip Hop Point of View. So shout to Tilsa, for making things
Oh
happen,
yeah.
putting the connections together. So
Wagwan, sir.
you're ready. So let's do this, right? Since our platform is Hip Hop Point of View, you're in acting. We got a lot of people that were in hip hop that transitioned to acting. Who are some of the hip hop actors or actresses that you look at like, all right, this is a blueprint. This is a work ethic I need to follow.
hmm well, probably the biggest right now, Will Smith, right? Will Smith started off hip hop, then he got his show, Fresh Prince, and look where he's at, A-list actor.
Absolutely.
Even when what you call it was doing his thing, God rest his soul, Tupac too. Tupac's going on another
Who
level.
knows where Tupac would have been in the
Facts.
acting profession at this
Yeah,
point?
yeah, that's a fact. Uh, DMX,
Wow.
again,
Wow. You
God
pulled
rest his
one out.
soul. That's my
Yes,
guy.
you pulled one
That's
out.
That's my guy. I mean, we'll get into it obviously later, but yeah, DMX. Listening to DMX for the 5 months that I was playing K9, man, like that really got me into the role. Listening to DMX every
Mm.
day.
Wow.
I'm Jamaican, so I stopped listening to reggae. I was DMX every day. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up listening to DMX, so
Mhm.
yeah, I was listening to DMX every day, man. So yeah,
So talk about getting into character for BMF. Like what is the most challenging piece about getting into that role? Because none of us, we just watch it on TV. We love the work and the talent, but what is it like if you could give us a snapshot of getting into role?
getting the role pretty much is doing a lot of research and
Mhm.
find out the background of the character because sometimes what you can say is that the script is what surfaced, right? You may
Mhm.
not get the details of the character, so you start to look at maybe what this person was doing. Let's say this role started in 2023, right?
Mhm.
What was this character doing 5 years before, right? Why is he in this stage? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, what school did he go to? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What was his parents like? So all that stuff you start to put together if it's a fictional character. Um, but other things, you got two main different type of acting techniques people use. People use sense memory, right? Something that you may have experienced, and
Mhm.
you bring that into current what you're about to do. And then there's method acting, right? It's being in the moment. So I like to do the method way is just being right then and there. It's just how I feel right here, right at this time. If I'm playing somebody like Kanan, who was loosely based on a real person, how he
Mhm.
felt when he was here at this moment.
Mhm.
So yeah, those are the ways kind of getting into it, and also getting the coaching, right? Because sometimes you need scene study techniques, breaking down a script because you can find little subtext in these scripts as you read them.
So is that coach on set, or you lean on somebody that you go to for training?
Well, for training the canine, my
Mm.
coach Sheik from Sheik Studios, he's the one that trained me on this. Sometimes you would have a coach on set. Depends who it is, right? Yeah. So let's say, for example, Meech would have his coach on set, right? So it depends who it is. Meech had
Okay.
his coach on set. I didn't have Sheik on set. Me and Sheik will work on it, and then I'll go to set and whatever we worked on, that's what I'll do in the scene that I got to do for that day.
So, it's funny how, everybody's going to see you in this role and sort of see you like this crashing the scene superstar. Like now you're hitting the scene, you're in this big series, right? But you've worked on so many things prior, right? What are some things that you were working on prior that people don't know but should kind of follow up if they're a fan?
You can. Well, I played a good amount of cops. People might have saw that. So on the, so like let's say for example.
So you were typecast as a cop?
My boys would tell you that. Be like, man, you are undercover. But you see me in roles like let's say FBI and Blue Bloods. You'll see that people could go all the way back to remembering me in Underground, where I play abolitionist.
Wow.
Stuff like that. And I was talking to someone earlier. We can even take it all back that I worked with Tyler Perry back when he did Tyler Perry House of Pain. That was my first guest star. So I what I'm saying? So I've been in the game.
How long ago was that?
That was 2007.
Damn. Wow, almost 16 years ago. Wow.
Yeah. Take it back, man. I've been in the game for a minute. So people would probably remember me from that. Somebody brought it to my attention today.
You might not even remember.
Shout out to VKJ. So
there you
he
they letting you know about your roles. Reminding you about your roles. So somebody who's new, and or let's say a young person who wants to get into acting, like where was your commitment? When did you make that commitment? Like, you know what? I may not drop everything, but I'm going to seriously pursue this particular career. When was that?
It's a good question. I think once, what it could have been, and I'm now thinking about it, was actually, so my very first audition was for an ESPN commercial, right? And I booked it. And then I'm thinking, this acting thing about to be easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to book.
I got this,
right? And then you come, all these years later, and I've been in the game. You're like, man, this stuff is pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? But I think from that day, knowing that I can get the job, So let's say, because remember, you're going to get more no's than yes in this business. So let's just say I didn't book that, right? And let's just say I went maybe a couple months without booking anything. I probably would have been deterred, right? From doing it. So little things like that. But once I did that job, that gave me the confidence to continue it. But then I went, so you're doing an ESPN commercial. That's huge. So you going from starting
your
career,
first what?
fresh out the bag. What I ended up doing, so it was a big leap I jumped, but then I also took it all the way back because I started to do extra work. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So extra work is really that's from the ground bottom right there, and you work your way up, and I think that I think from the first day that I auditioned and I booked it, I think that gave me the confidence to know I can do this, and I think that helped a lot. Now, maybe I have to ask somebody that question: how long did it take them to get their first paid job? I mean, even if you didn't get paid, right? So there's a lot of projects I did that I didn't get paid. Like I did independent films or short films.
But you got the credit.
Like that. But I got the credit, right? So you can kind of technically use that too, because I think sometimes people negate that stuff, and that actually helped. When I was first. One of my first roles that I auditioned for it, they wanted to offer me a role for this character, and it wasn't paying. It was a lead character, and I was like, I'm not doing that.
The lead, but they weren't paying.
It wasn't paying. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. That was my attitude. And then after that, you had to understand that, hey, you gotta you gotta do what you gotta do so you can
Yeah.
build up your resume and you can get your reel together and progress in the business.
I'm here thinking you were gonna be like, in third grade, I auditioned.
No, nah,
This
man.
man went ESPN, or else at ESPN down the line. Wow, that's
ESPN,
interesting. So
man,
interesting, and it's
that's crazy.
inspiring too, and
Thank you, man.
inspiring.
Thank you,
So
man. We might have some actors in the chat, man. They gotta let us know in the chat how long did it take them to get a job. It don't got to be a paying job, just a job, and then that's when you'll probably know how long you want to kind of go in the
yeah,
business. But
and
for me,
I appreciate everybody jumping in.
for
I
real,
see some comments. You guys are knocking it out. I see that. Now,
yeah.
here's another thing I noticed about you. I'm looking at the page. I see you're into fashion. Am I correct?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I see you do it up. So on the hip hop side, right?
Yeah.
What do you feel is your essential fashion piece on the hip hop side?
On the hip hop side, let's see.
Is it the accessories? Is it the hat? Is it the sneakers? Is it?
That's what I was gonna ask you because everybody know I like to accessorize.
There you go.
So,
Oh, there you
I
go.
put that on. That's hip hop, and now we can even bring it to we can align that with BMF. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, like the stuff that I'm wearing with the big chain with the cross. This is all white over here, but over at BMF had platinum. You know what I'm saying? So they
And
set the
it has the
culture.
big BMF joints.
Big BMF joints, right? You know what I mean? So they set the culture. So yeah, for me, it's accessory. So you already know it's hip hop. I'm going in for audition. I'm wearing all the shines when I come outside.
You know what's so amazing about that, Ryan? It's like you could be as corporate as you want, but that accessory or that earring
Change the game.
or that ring, they just know. You already know what time it is.
You already know what time it is.
You could be super clean and have a gold bottom.
Yeah.
They already know. Like, oh, I know what time this is.
You already know what time it is. That's it.
That's super great. So what's on the schedule now for you? Since you've already recorded that season, what's on the schedule for you now?
Right now, I got a movie that's going to be coming out after. It's going to be called First Comes Love, Then Comes Murder for TV1. So that's going to be what's next after this.
Wow. Is that a romantic?
It's a thriller. It's a thriller.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. You know, I always like to be a part of a thriller like this. It's similar to like those movies that I ain't trying to date myself, but watching movies with my mom's on Lifetime. Those kind of thrillers. This is similar. It's gonna be a black romantic. Matter of fact, my boy Greg. Matter of fact, shout out to Greg. He plays Travis on tonight's episode of BMF. He's in right now. It's a romantic thriller. He worked on it as well. But
shout out to Travis.
That's my guy. Yeah.
So are you worried about and I know you got to go, so I'm gonna get you off. Are you worried about being typecast for K9? Because doing such a great job. Are you worried about your K9 for the rest of your life? Like we don't even know your name. Every time we see you, they go K9.
Nah.
Are you worried about that?
No,
Okay.
because I've been blessed to be able to play those different roles, right? So we can even take it back to Cadillac Records, playing somebody playing a harmonica. I had to learn to play the harmonica right up at that time. Going to play abolitionists and underground, playing a cop on multiple shows. So once people see me as K9, then they'll go back to seeing, where this guy came from. And then you start to see all the previous work that I did as well.
And that helps because you had multiple roles. Like, some people just burst on the scene, that's all you see, and that's all you know.
Right.
Luckily, you have some history.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to my peoples in the comments. I know the other day was my first time on live, so I don't know how to do it, but I see the comments. I know everybody wants to shout out to everybody.
Yeah, man, live is popping.
Yeah, shout out to my block Lennox. They in the building.
They connected. They connected. Listen, we super appreciate the time, Ryan. We would love for you to be, when your time is available and new projects, please come back. Let us know. We're definitely going to promote whatever you're doing. And go get it, man. We're big fans. Shout to Tilsa. Shout to We Talking Magazine. Go get them out there, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you,
Absolutely.
man. Thanks for having me.
All right. Shout to the audience. Hip Hop
Yes,
Point of
sir.
View. We out. All right.
Peace.